Ready? 1200 and sprinting away, and a good enough start for them here with Red Bomber showing speed, but I Am Giant is the early leader. So I Am Giant kicks away a couple of lengths from Red Bomber. Unzen is not getting caught flat-footed in those early stages, is right up there in contention too. Then Mount Pilatus and Circle of Grace. Bomb Bomb is racing back in 6th position, giving that leader 6 to 7 lengths start. Try Me races further back in the field, and that back marker is Lizardo. 700 meters to go. It's I Am Giant heading down the strip. A leader here from Unzen has gone up to race with it now. Then came down along the inside Red Bomber, only a length off the leader. 2 lengths away Mount Pilatus, Circle of Grace and Bomb Bomb. 420 to go. I Am Giant the leader from Red Bomber, tries to close in, and then Unzen further back behind those. Mount Pilatus entering the final 250. I Am Giant been ridden confidently here. Red Bomber's down the inside. Then came Unzen further back to Mount Pilatus, but I Am Giant kept on rolling here, but Unzen is throwing out the challenge on the outside. I Am Giant from Unzen. Unzen's coming home late at I Am Giant, but I Am Giant held on from Unzen. Red Bomber third, then came Mount Pilatus, Try Me, Circle of Grace and Bomb Bomb and Lizardo. Circle of Grace was next best, and then Lizardo. Well done to Lawrence and Jared Werners, and Harry Wilson's their partner in this one. Cabello Mazzignani read him very confidently. Unzen, though, you'd have to feel, just found his feet late in the day. I remember him early on in his career. He absolutely loved this course and took off late. It was a good run from the second horse too, in the colours of JJ van der Linden and his partners. But I Am Giant gets the victory today for Brett and James Crawford, bred by Mr. Alfie Dickerson out of his mare Vars Honour. He is by Karari, always came in with a big reputation, I Am Giant, and he's returned for his 3rd career win from 6 starts today. I Am Giant beats home Unzen in a wonderful finish to race 5.
Terrific race, very good race to watch, and it's materialized that way. Of course, Unzen and I Am Giant, they got into a battle that last 50 meters, but it will go to number 2, I Am Giant, the 4-year-old son of Karari, who becomes a 3-time winner from just 6 outings, bred by Mr. A.C. Dickerson, and was bought for 350,000 rand. He's an eye-catching horse. He's very easy on the eyes, this horse, I Am Giant. I thought a terrific ride from Cabello Mazzignani, and a big well done to Lawrence Werners for the 2nd time this afternoon. He'll be happy with that performance. Well done to James Crawford, and good to have his dad at the races as well, being Brett Crawford. All right, so we're going to speak to Cabello. Cabello, I thought a very good ride from you, because you popped out, tricky draw, I know on the inside track, you're not sure what to do. You opted to go and lead them. You got there, I thought, quite cheaply, Cabello, and you sat patiently going through the 300. You must have said, when I squeeze him, he's going to give me another 2 or 3 lengths. He's a good horse, isn't he?
Yes, he's certainly a good horse, and I'll definitely not take all the credit. As they always say, good horses will always get you in a good position. I mean, in the race, when I came out those gates, I was already a length here, and when I got to the front, he switched off completely, and he had his ears pricked. He was nice and relaxed, which was a bonus for me. And coming up into the straight, I had to bear in mind that he's been off for a while. We haven't been having any grass gallop, so he will be a touch unfit. But because of his ability today, I mean, I sat as long as I could on him, and even when Unzen came to challenge me, I did hit a bit of a panic, but I had belief on the horse that was underneath, and he proved himself today. He's certainly a horse with a bright future, and I'm very happy with the way he won today.
Well, that's where confidence is a big thing, Cabello, because you knew what you had underneath you. You were trusting the horse more than anything. They've made no secret that they think he's of high class. He certainly must have given you that feel today, because when you have a look at the form lines, you've really beaten a nice horse in the form of Unzen.
Yes, even when we were talking in the parade ring between me, James, Mr. Crawford and Mr. Werners, we did mention that this might be one of the strongest graduation we've had in the season, and it certainly was a honest field. And as I said, I'm very happy with the way he won. I've said it from day one when I sat on this horse. I even told James, I said, this is probably one of our best. It was between him and Raven Black. But, I mean, they've both proven themselves, and you know, they've also had some hiccups in their upcoming and coming into races, having their complications. But I'm glad that horses like Giant has actually overcome all of that, and he's certainly going to have a huge success coming up for him. And if he continues like this, the sky's the limit.
I need to ask you about Dice. You talk about talent. He has a horse that's got any amount of ability. Word from Lucky Odelakers, how's he doing?
Well, I haven't spoken to Mr. Odlakis, but I was with the owner, Mr. Shaw, in the parade ring, and he was happy that I'm on the horse. First time I'm going to be putting my leg over him, so honestly looking for a good run from him. Yes, he's coming from a lengthy break, but as we say, these horses with ability, they can always somehow just get themselves up there because of their natural ability. So I'm hoping for a good run, but overall, I think even when I speak to Mr. Odlakis, it will be more of a comeback run and just look after him for the future because, I mean, he's a very nice horse and he's got a long future ahead of him. We don't need to kill him today to try and show off something, but if he does, it'll be on natural ability.
Cabello, top rider over here, well played.
Thank you very much, and once again to Mr. Crawford, to James, to Mr. Venners, well done to the team. Back home, we've been doing a very great job, and to my sponsors in uniform, big thanks to them.
Super, well done.
Thank you.
Yep, those are silks that we saw in the Western Cape not too long ago on that horse Mufasa that Brett Crawford knows very well. James, thanks very much for your confidence a bit earlier on because you did say, listen, we think the world of him. He's flying back at home. You must have said, right, we're drifting, 18-10, 3-1. Come on, boys, let's latch on to that. I know it's a strong field, but we really think quite a bit of this car.
Yeah, you know, we've always thought a lot of him since he was a 2-year-old. He had his little niggles and his setbacks, but, you know, we bided him necessary time and he's starting to bounce back to the form we all knew he was capable of. So all credit to him and to Gabella for a great ride. You know, I think he did really prove today what we all think he's capable of. And, you know, it looks like he's got a bright future ahead of him.
James, what sort of trip are we looking at with him? Because naturally you probably think, all right, we need to keep him to sprinting. But will he get 14, maybe even a mile later on?
I don't think so.
Is that a bit far for him?
I think
now?
That's a bit far. I think 5-6 furlongs is going to be where you see him at his best.
All right. Well, he's come through with flying colours. Good to have your dad at the course. You're doing a wonderful job yourself, and long may it continue, James.
Oh, thank you so much. And big well done to Lawrence and Harry. Long may the success continue.
No pressure there. Well done, Jamesy.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Well done to Lawrence Verners. James, if you can just quickly, thanks very much to Betway. 5,000 Rand. He'll be keeping that, I'm sure, to have a punt a bit later on. Thanks to Betway, to Jonathan Bloomberg and the entire team. They do a wonderful thing for racing. And the last word from the winning groom. Well done to you, sir. You've got a very nice horse at the moment. Your horse looked very well coming to the course. And you're going to get 1,500 Rand from World Sports Betting.
Okay, thank you for the... I would like to thank World Sports Betting for their support. I know it's a good opinion for the groomers. So, yeah, it's a big thanks for us.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
There we go. Pose for the camera.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I think Ford will be happy with that. 1,500 Rand. Lovely horse this, I Am Giant. 4-year-old son of Quirari. Well done to Lawrence Verners and, of course, Harry Wilson. And, of course, good to have Brett Crawford here at Turffontein as well. James doing a fine job here on the high felts. Race 5. That was the Betway Boost graduation plate. Remember the names over here. I Am Giant, Unzen, Red Bomber, and even the 4th place horse, Mount Pilatus. I think it's not the end of the road for either one of them.